Hello, good afternoon. Today going to start the another topic of crystal field theory is applications of crystal field theory to the octahedral complexes. In last lecture we have discussed the CFT, need of crystal field theory, and discuss the assumptions, then also discuss the uh, splitting of d orbitals. So today's we're going to start the how crystal field theory is useful in octahedral complexes. I already told you the crystal field theory is totally based on interactions of ligand electrons with the metal electrons, and between metal and ligand there is a electrostatic force is present, and that why the bond between the metal and ligand is 100% ionic. So basically, when metal is approaches to the metal, when ligand is approaches to the metal, that time the ligand influence on the electrons of metal. That's why metal electrons are occupied in those orbital which are not in a direction of the ligands. So basically which orbitals split and which orbital has lower energy, which orbitals has higher energy is totally depends on geometry of the complex. I already told you the d orbital has two sets of orbital, T2g and Ag. T2g and Ag. T2g means there is a dxy, dyz, dxz, and Ag means there is a dx square y square and dz square. Okay, so these orbitals has between the axis, they are lying between the axis, and Eg orbitals their orientation is along the axis, along the axis. Okay, you know it. So suppose we consider it is an octahedral complex. Okay, we consider it is an octahedral complex. We draw here octahedral complex, and this is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Means here ligands are pointing on the x, y and z axis. So if ligands are pointing on x, y, z axis, that means ligands interact with those orbitals which are oriented on the x, y and z axis. So which orbitals are oriented on x, y, z axis? So these two orbitals are oriented on x, y and z axis. That means suppose the electrons are occupied in Eg orbitals, they make more repulsion with the ligands. So to avoid the repulsion, the electrons of metal occupied on that orbital which are not in the direction of the ligand. So here the dxy, dyz and dxz are lie between these two axes. That means when complex is formed, ligands lying on the axis, that's why ligands are interact with Eg orbitals. So due to this, the more interactions with Eg orbital, so the energy of the Eg orbital rises, increases as compared to T2g orbitals, because T2g orbitals are oriented between the axis and ligand comes on the axis. That why there is minimum interactions of ligand with T2g orbital as compared to Eg orbital. That's why when we consider the octahedral complexes and when we do the splitting of orbitals, that time the Eg orbital has higher energy and T2g orbital has lower energy due to this geometrical presentation, geometrical orientation. So for that we first the split d orbital into two energy levels. We already discussed it. So which orbital has lower energy and which orbital has higher energy is depends on geometry. So first of all we draw the geometry And if we see the ligands are approaches on the axis, that means they are interact with Eg orbitals more, that time the energy of Eg orbital is more. If ligands are approaches between the axes, that time their interaction more with the T2G orbitals, so that time T2G rise their energy. So in splitting, T2G orbital has higher energy as compared to Eg orbitals. Okay, so for that we split the d orbitals here. So first of all, we consider 5d orbitals which are in a free state, means the orbital before the formation of complex. Okay, so before the formation of complex we consider this, so it is a free ion, it is a free ion. Then we consider the hypothetical state of for metal ion. It is, you can draw or not, but it is just hypothetical symmetrical state. Hypothetical means it is a imaginary. Hypothetical means it is a imaginary. So you just imagine about it. So here what happened? These d orbitals when from the complex in octahedral field, that time it further split into two states. So here this is the barycenter, this is the average energy. Okay, here is the average energy, or you called it is a barycenter. Okay, you called barycenter. Okay, so which has lower energy and which has higher energy? Because we have the two sets T2G and EG. So in octahedral field, ligands are approaches on the axis, that means they are interact with EG orbitals more as compared to T2G orbital, that means the EG orbital rises their energy more as compared to T2G, that means in that splitting T2G has lower energy as compared to EG, as compared to EG, and this is the splitting. And you know the total energy is, we consider as here it is a 10 dq, we consider as a 10 dq. Above the barycenter for EG the energy is plus 6 dq or plus 3 by 5, or it is a minus 4 dq for below the barycenter for the T2G orbitals, or also consider as a minus 2 by 5, minus 2 by 5. So this is the 10 dq value, or you consider delta naught or delta O, means there is a energy change in energy between the two energy states for the octahedral complexes. So delta O is considered. Delta T for tetrahedral, delta SQ means delta for the square planar. Okay, so this is the splitting of the d orbitals. So here free d orbitals, it is just hypothetical, you draw it. Here we fill up the electrons which are present in metal ion. The metal ion मध्ये जेवढे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असतील ते आपण इथं कन्सिडर करणार, सेम इथं कन्सिडर करणार, and then we distribute the electrons in lower and higher energy levels. So what is the meaning of 10 dq? What is the meaning of 10 dq? So here the 10 dq is considered as, so 10 is number of d electrons, number of d electrons. You know in d orbital there are total maximum electrons are 10. After that the d word is used. Here is a d means destabilization, destabilization of d electrons, destabilization of d electrons. What is the meaning of q? Q is the charge, q is the charge of ligand, charge of ligand. So simple meaning of this 10 dq is, it is the destabilization of 10 electrons of d orbital due to charge of ligand. What is the meaning of it? It is a destabilization of 10 electrons by charge of ligands. So due to ligands there is a destabilization of 10 electrons, because before the formation of complex all the d orbital has degenerate. So all electrons having in a same energy orbitals, once the complex is formed, the energy orbitals are further split into two energy levels, it depending on the geometry. It depending on the geometry. So it is all about the how we decide the splitting, means in square planar complexes, in trigonal bipyramidal complexes, or in tetrahedral complexes, this splitting is different. This splitting is different. So splitting depends on geometry. So first of all draw the geometry, then look, is it the ligands are approaches on axis or not. If on axis, that time the orbital which are oriented on the axis rises their energy. If ligands are approaches between the axis, that time the orbital which are oriented between the axis rises their energy. So T2 increase their energy or not, EG increase their energy or not, or again in T2G we have the dxy, dyz, dxz, in EG we have the dx square, y square, dz square. That means again this splitting, again going to further splitting is possible also in trigonal bipyramidal geometry, we will discuss in later part. So it is the first point. Okay, so I think you will understand about it, how we split. We already draw this diagram in last lecture, but why this splitting is comes, so the reason is due to this geometrical orientation. Okay, so next point is, so we measure the which value, so here we measure the value is 10 dq. So 10 dq is the parameter which is used. The value means the quantity of 10 dq may be higher or lower, or lower, but we always consider the total energy difference between these two energy levels is equal to 10 dq. Okay, so 10 dq we are considered here. So basically above the barycenter the energy is plus 6 dq for the EG set, and minus 4 dq below the barycenter is the energy for every electron of T2G set. So using this we can calculate the stabilization energy, we will discuss in next lecture. It is a crystal field stabilization energy which is depends on this. So next after that, the next point is pairing energy. Next point is pairing energy. What is a pairing energy? Pairing energy means when we fill up the electrons on particular orbitals. What happen? We fill up one electron in each orbital, all the degenerate orbital containing the electrons, single electrons. So sometime we use the above principle when we distribute the electrons, we use the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So all things to be considered when we distribute the electron, it is our next point. So here what happened? Here what happen is, point is, what is the pairing energy? Pairing energy, it is denoted as a P. It is denoted as a P. So the energy which is required to transfer the electrons with parallel spin in a 2 degenerate orbital into same orbital or single orbital means, suppose we have these orbitals. How many orbitals? They are 3 orbitals. Suppose each orbital having single electron with parallel spin. So suppose all the 3 orbitals having the same energy because all are degenerate, then if each orbital having single electron with parallel spin, we transform the energy which is required to pairing of this electron, the pairing of this electron into another orbital. So this way. So here this is the unpaired electron with parallel spin. When these are converted into pair form, so that time the pairing energy is required, and this energy called as pairing energy. So pairing energy has their particular value, means every orbital has different kind of pairing energy. So pairing energy depends on the orbital which is used, Orbital means what? Suppose we have the 3D orbital, 4D orbital, 5D orbital. So that time every orbital has different energy. So when we increase the size of d orbital, pairing energy goes decreases. When we increase the size of orbital, pairing energy goes decreases. Suppose it is a 3D is here, 4D orbital is here, 5D orbital. When we consider the pairing of 3D, so that time more energy will be required. Suppose we consider 4D, pairing between the 4D unpaired electrons. So here less energy required as compared to 3D. Here again less energy required as compared to first two 3D and 4D, because of when sizes increases the pairing is more easier, because there is the attraction with the nucleus is minimize when sizes increases. So that's why pairing is more easier, so that time less energy is required. So when we calculate the energy, that time we also calculate the pairing energy, and which is also stabilize the complexes. So this is all about the pairing energy. So pairing energy also exists in a complex. So after that there is a strong field and weak field ligands, strong field and weak field splitting we going to be discussed here. So what is the point? Strong field and weak field splitting. Strong field and weak field splitting. So in octahedral complexes, the value of 10 dq is to be considered to understand the complex shows strong field splitting or weak field splitting. Suppose we consider the ligand which are minimum influence on the 10 dq value. So that time the splitting is lower or less splitting between the d orbitals. So less splitting has lower the 10 dq value, and strong splitting has higher the 10 dq value. So if we measure the 10 dq value, so we can distinguish it is the one complex has more 10 dq value, another complex has less 10 dq value. So 10 dq value shows, is it complex shows strong field splitting or weak field splitting. So here we are going to discuss. Suppose we consider 5 electrons, there is a free state. Okay, this is the hypothetical condition. So if there is a more 10 dq value, that means when we represent here, we represent this as 1, 2, 3. So here is the T2G, here is the EG. What is the meaning of this? This value, this is the 10 dq value. This value, it is a 10 dq, or here is a delta naught. Okay, that means this is a large difference between the two energy state. So indicate there is a strong field splitting. So the ligand which is caused, the higher the 10 dq value, the ligand called as strong field ligand. The ligands ला काय म्हणतात? Strong field ligand. And suppose we consider this type of 10 dq value. Here again 10 dq value, or here is a delta naught. Again it is the barycenter. Here you know there is a plus 6 dq minus 4 dq. Here again plus 6 dq, for this one minus 4 dq. So here lower the energy difference, lower the gap between the two energy states. That means here is the lower the value of 10 dq. So the ligand which is causes the lower value of 10 dq, the ligand is called as weak field ligand. So this is the representation here, weak field, and here the strong field. Here is the strong field. So weak field splitting and strong field splitting. How we consider it is a weak field and it is the strong field? When we actually redistribute the electrons and show the splitting in next point, you will understand in next. So it is a hypothetical state. It is the hypothetical state. Here is the free ion. Here is the free ion. So the meaning of this, आता इथं मी बोर्डवर काढलंय किती मोठं, पण आम्ही कसं ओळखायचं की हा स्ट्रॉंग फील्ड आहे का वीक फील्ड आहे. सो फॉर दॅट वी कॅन कॅल्क्युलेट the 10 dq value. Means we calculate first crystal field stabilization energy. It depends on availability of electrons. So just here the meaning is, if this 10 dq value is lower, it is lower due to less influence of ligand on the metal electrons. So that's why the splitting is less. But if ligand is strongly influenced on metal electrons, so that time more splitting is observed, more 10 dq value is observed. So the ligands which influence more called as strong field ligands, and the ligands which influence very less called as weak field ligand. So further ligands are classified strong field ligand, weak field ligand. This is well explained by the spectrochemical series. Means it is the series we arrangement of ligand in a such way that the ligand shows maximum absorption, maximum spectra, maximum absorption. That means if you see here, there is a less difference, so less absorption required here. Suppose you want to promote electron from ground level to excited level, so here less energy is required, here more energy will be required. So here less absorption, here more absorption. So to using the absorption data, the series of electrons are arranged called as spectrochemical series. We will discuss later in given chapter. Spectrochemical series. For example, here Cn minus, NO2 minus, okay, H2O, C2O4 2 minus, then Cl minus, then F minus, then Br minus, I minus. This is a decreasing order. This is the decreasing order of spectrochemical series. It is just for your information, it is given to you, but actually we will discuss the spectrochemical series in detail in the later part of the chapter. So what is the meaning of this? We have considered there are two types of ligand, strong field ligand and weak field ligand. So here we are going to discuss in detail how we consider strong field and weak field. But point is, if there is a strong field and weak field, is totally depends on the availability of electrons, as well as in some cases the strong field and weak field in some systems there is a strong field and weak field is not influence on the splitting. We will discuss in later part. After that, the point is distribution of electrons. Distribution of electrons. So once we draw the splitting, after that suppose we have some electrons. How we distribute that electrons in a splitting? Because of in a degenerate, if all orbitals are degenerate, so there is no problem for the distribution of electrons. But once we split the d orbitals into two sets, so that time how we redistribute these electrons into particular orbitals. So you know when we are going to redistribute the electrons, so here what is the point? Distribution of electrons. Distribution of electrons. So d electrons. So for that we again draw here. Suppose there are 5 orbitals, 1, 2, 3. Here is the Eg, here is the T2G. So okay, it is a barycenter. This is the 10 dq value. No problem. Suppose you have the splitting. Suppose you have electrons are here. Same electrons you consider here. But after that you need to distribute this electron into two energy state. So when we are going to distribute electron, first we follow the above principle. So according to above principle, lower energy orbital field first. So here, which orbital is lower? T2Eg is lower. So first of all, here 1, 2, 3, there are 3 sets. So first 3 electron always enter into T2G orbital. Always T2G orbital. Okay, you well about it. Second is we always use the Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. What What is the meaning of it? You cannot be pair the electrons until all the degenerate orbital must be containing single electrons. Must be containing single electron. Suppose you have the 2 electrons or you have the 3 electrons. So first 3 electrons, first electron is here, second is here, third is here. Then you do the sparing till you make all the orbitals at least containing one pair electron. This is a Hund's law of maximum multiplicity. You first two rule, you familiar from FYBSC. What is the point? There are two things. If you have the 4 electrons, just imagine you have the 4 electrons. Suppose first, second, third and fourth electron. 4 electrons have. For 1, 2, 3 there is no problem. First is here, second is here, third is here. The problem arises for the 4th electrons. Suppose you consider here is the 4 electrons. So okay, first electron you fill up here, second is here, third is here. Okay, for the 4th, you have the 2 possibilities. Either you do the pair here or you promote the 4th one electron is here. This is the question. Means you do the pairing here or the 4th one electron is promoted into EG. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. So it depends on pairing energy, and promotional energy means the energy which is excited energy from lower energy state to higher energy state. So the energy which is required to occupy the electrons into higher energy level, we have the 2 energies. Suppose the 4th one electrons comes here, that means we need the maximum energy to occupy electron is here. Okay. We have another energy, pairing energy also available. Suppose pairing energy is more. If pairing energy is more as compared to energy which is required to promote the electron into higher energy state, that time the electron is promoted into higher energy state. That means if 10 dq value, this is the 10 dq value, okay, there is a first condition, it is a greater than P is a pairing energy, or means next is P is greater than 10 dq or 10 dq is greater than P. We have the 2 conditions. 10 dq is greater than pairing energy, and second case pairing energy is greater than 10 dq. Suppose you consider, व्यवस्थित ऐका, जर पेरिंग एनर्जी जास्त असेल म्हणजे इथं पेरिंग करायला एनर्जी जास्त लागत असेल as compared to energy required to promote here, that time the 4th one electron is promoted here. And second case is, if this energy is more, means 10 dq energy is more than pairing energy, that time the 4th one electron comes here. So here this is the first condition. And what is the second condition? Suppose we consider same for your, how many electrons here? 4 electrons are here. Okay. So first, second, third and fourth. So what is the meaning of this? Again, here the total energy is 10 dq. Suppose, why this happen? Because 4th one electron is enter here, because pairing energy is greater than 10 dq. पेरिंग जास्त आहे, मग कमी कोणती आहे? तर ही एनर्जी कमी आहे म्हणून इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वरती जाईल. जर पेरिंग कमी असेल कोणापेक्षा, ह्या 10 dq पेक्षा, तर इलेक्ट्रॉन काय करेल? पेरिंग. जी एनर्जी कमी, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तिथं होईल. इथं काय आहे? पेरिंग कमी आहे कोणापेक्षा? 10 dq पेक्षा, म्हणून पेरिंग झाली. इथं काय झालं? पेरिंग जास्त आहे कोणापेक्षा? 10 dq पेक्षा, म्हणून काय झालं? इलेक्ट्रॉन जो होता 4th वन तो प्रोमोटेड झाला. So here the 10 dq value is larger. Here the 10 dq value is larger. Okay, so that means the ligand which more influence on the d orbitals, that's why splitting is more. 10 dq value is more means what? dq is more. 10 dq is more means stronger splitting. So this is called strong field. This called strong field. So okay, so in a strong field condition, the pairing first as compared to promotion of electron, and here the pairing energy is more as compared to 10 dq, means 10 dq is very short, 10 dq is very short. That means here less splitting caused by the ligands. Due to this splitting we call it weak splitting. So this is a weak field. त्याला आपण म्हणतो weak field. So in a weak field, the electron is promoted in higher energy state because there is a less 10 dq value. Here more 10 dq value due to this is caused by the strong field ligand. That's why the electron is paired up. So okay, in a strong field, the fourth is here, fifth is here, sixth is here. For 7, there is no option, always goes on higher state. So for 7, 8, 9, 10. So how we distribute in a strong field? First 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in a weak field, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This way we distribute the electrons. So it is very interesting. And in next point, we're going to rearrange, we distribute the electrons in a strong field and weak field condition. Once you understand it, the 50% chapter and concept you easily understand. Suppose we consider here DN system and distribution in strong field, and this side distribution in weak field, in a weak field. Okay, so here Dn means which system is considered, Eg and T2g to be considered, or suppose T2g first then Eg. Here again Dn means system is considered, T2g, here is the Eg. Okay, so how many possibilities? Suppose D having 1 electron, D having 2 electrons, D having 3 electrons, D having 4th electron, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and D 10. Same thing is here, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, D10. So in strong field and weak field, how we calculate the system? In a complex, there is atomic number, there is oxidation state. So in an ion state, you calculate, we find out the atomic number, means you find the electronic configuration, and then then see how many electrons are remaining in d orbital. This is the your system. So here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, these two, 1, 2, 3. Also तुम्ही understand करून घ्या. Okay. T2g having 3 sets, 3 orbital, Eg having 2. So first electron is entering T2g. Here how many electrons? 2 electrons. First is here, second is here. For 3, first is here, second is here, third is here. But problem arises from the fourth one. What is the condition? Strong field. So first is here, second is here, third is here. Where is the fourth? Fourth going to pairing because strong field is there. That means 10 dq pairing energy. 10 dq value is larger than pairing energy. So 10 dq is larger than pairing, and in another side pairing is larger than 10 dq. Pairing is larger than 10 dq. Okay. For fifth, first, second, third, fourth one is here, fifth one is here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth is here. Okay, we use the above principle. That means lower orbital field first, then higher. Okay, Han's rule of multiplicity is here. हे आपण असं का नाही दाखवलं? हे wrong आहे. Multiplicity, Han's rule of multiplicity of maximum multiplicity obey होणार नाही. So fill up the one single electron in each degenerate orbital. These 3 are degenerate, having the same energy. These 2 having the degenerate, having the same energy. So first, second, third, then you do the pairing. So 6 is here, For 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 7, then we enter here. For 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This way you fill up remaining 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. आता मी डायरेक्टली करून घेतो. Okay. Comes to the another side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. ओके. सो फिलअप. आता मी सांगतोय तर तुम्ही पण पुस्तक किंवा वही घेऊन बसायचं, काढून बघायचं की कसं येणार आहे. ओके. फर्स्ट इज हिअर ऑलवेज 1, 2, 3. So in strong field and weak field, for the D1, D2, D3 system, there is a same thing. But you can compare for the D4. So first, second, third. System is weak field. That means pairing energy is more than 10 dq. So rather than pairing, the electron is enter into higher energy state. So here is the higher energy state. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 6 one again come to the down for pairing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9. Last one is notes मध्ये पण तुम्हाला दिलेलं आहे. You can see. Okay, this is the distribution in strong field condition and weak field condition. So here you can calculate N and S. S is the spin multiplicity or spin value. You can consider here N and S. S is equal to N by 2. It is a multiplicity. Okay, spin value. How many N means number of N? It is a 1. So value is 1 by 2. How many ampere electrons? 2. So value is 2 by 2 means 1. Here how many ampere electrons? 3 ampere electrons. So value is 3 by 2. Here how many ampere electrons? 2 ampere electrons. Value is 1. Here how many ampere electrons? 1 ampere electrons. So value is 1 half. Here how many? 0. Here how many? 1. So value is 1 by 2. Here how many? 2. So value is 1. Here how many? Again 1. Value is 1 half. And here again 0. So it is a spin value. It is a spin value. Okay. So in strong field conditions, there is a less number of unpaired electrons are available. Less number of unpaired electrons are available as compared to weak field. So in strong field, less the spin value, less number of electrons are available, unpaired electrons are available. So this type of splitting called as low spin splitting, or the complex is called as मोठ्या ह्याच्यात येतो लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्सेस यांना म्हणायचं लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्सेस. कम्पेअर करून बघा तिकडं. अनपेअर किती आहेत? 1. इथं अनपेअर किती आहेत? 2. इथं किती आहेत? 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. हे अनपेअर इलेक्ट्रॉन झाले. काढा मल्टिप्लिसिटी. 1 by 2, 1, 3 by 2, 2, 5 by 2, then 2, 3 by 2, 1, 1 half, 0. Compare with, suppose you consider D4. What is the, how many unpaired electrons? 2 unpaired electrons. There are 4 unpaired electrons. What is the spin value? 1. There is a 2. Okay, so you can compare up to this one. D4, D5, D6, D7. Here 2 unpaired electrons, 1 unpaired electron, 0 unpaired electron, 1 unpaired electron, and here 4, 5, 4, 3. So 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. More number of unpaired electrons, and the spin value is high. So complex is called as high spin complexes. High spin complexes. Low spin complexes. Strong field compounds, strong field complexes called as low spin complexes. weak field complex is called as high spin complexes. Here is a low spin, means you can consider also spin paired, the another term which is considered spin paired. More pairs are here as compared to then, and here spin free. आठवतं का? Spin free and spin paired. There is a comparison between the outer and inner orbital complexes. Outer, inner, ionic covalent, low spin, high spin. Then spins paired, spins free. This is way. Why? So this theory explains the low spin and high spin complexes. So for you, this is the homework. Here I am distributing electron this way. You draw the splitting of these 20 systems. Means how you do the splitting, I just show you a simple example. You do the splitting for each and every, for strong field splitting and weak field splitting this way. You draw the 5 d orbital, then splitting T2G, here T2G, EG. Here how many electrons? 1 electron. So this is for D1 system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. T2G, EG. How many electrons? 2 electrons. So 1, 2. Same. हे जे मी इथं काढलेलं आहे तेच. फक्त in the form of splitting दाखवायचे for this one and this one. So draw the 20 splitting diagrams for the D1 to D10 system in both strong field condition and weak field condition. This is your today's homework. Okay, so we stop here. In next lecture we are going to discuss the calculation of crystal field stabilization energy, and again we try to understand some more concepts about the crystal field theory. So today we stop here. You try to draw it and write the electronic configuration. So here, what is the electronic configuration? If you write the electronic configuration, T2G having 1, EG having 0. So here, after splitting, you write this way. Here, T2G having 2 electrons, EG having 0 electrons. This way you can write the electronic configuration. That means T2G having 2 electrons, EG having 0 electrons. So this way you draw all the splitting diagrams for D1 to D10 in both conditions, strong field condition as well as in a weak field condition. So okay, we stop here.